4:25 kickoff, of course, at L.A. Memorial Coliseum. How many people were at the last, what was it, the Chargers game? Who?
No, it's the Rams hosted the Colts. And the Coliseum, I want to say, holds 80,000 plus.
Right.
And it looked like there were about 25,000 people in attendance.
Right.
And that was with the Rams offering $6 tickets. Try to entice people to come out to the game.
This game's in L.A. It's a 36th regular season meeting, and you wonder why I always pick the Redskins regardless, because they're 23-11 lifetime against the Rams, Cakes. They won their last one in week 2 of the 2015 season here at FedEx Field, 24-10.
You're going back to the Rams when Roman Gabriel was the quarterback.
I'm going lifetime. We beat the Rams.
It's a trend.
Give me the Skins' record against the Rams in the last 10 years.
Doesn't
I'd like
matter.
to see that number.
I've considered that my lifetime. Generally speaking, they're the Rams, and so I always pick the Skins.
What do you want? You want the last 10 years?
Yeah, I'd like to see that number because I know that the Redskins have played the Rams a bunch.
That's
part of the reason why I had to go pick you up at your stupid house and drive you to work for a week because Zorn couldn't beat the Rams at FedEx Field.
Looks like their last 8, they're 3-5.
The Redskins are 3-5?
Yes.
The Redskins' third down defense, which was the worst in the NFL last season, got off to another bad start last week against Philadelphia when the Eagles were able to convert 8 of 14 opportunities on third down. How will that play out? That's something to watch out for. Jared Goff, who had a very mediocre rookie campaign, had a solid game in his first game under Sean McVay. He had 306 yards passing, 1 touchdown.
His weapons are better this year.
He was 21-29, too. He's accurate.
They traded for Sammy Watkins, so they've got, home run hitter and Sammy Watkins. You guys have been hyping up Cooper Kupp.
Yep, that's my guy.
Well, he had 9 catches last week.
He was
9 for 150.
Oh, I don't think he had 150. I think he had 75 or 76.
Yeah.
But he was the most targeted wide receiver.
Yep,
he's going to draw the Redskins slot corner in Kendall Fuller, who played, he had an uneven game.
Kendall Fuller
he
had a
flashed
good game.
at times last week.
Yep.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, Goff looked good.
We all know about teams that start off 0-2. That's what the Redskins face this week.
Well, I think you should
pretty
remind
much
people.
a must-win. 77 teams have started 0-2 and didn't make the playoffs. Only 10 of the last 77 have made the playoffs at all. And they're the outliers.
So the Bengals are cooked.
The Bengals, by the percentages, yes, they're cooked. 10 teams did dig out of an 0-2 hole since 2006. You have the Panthers in 2013.
So 10 of 87 teams have made the playoffs. So whatever that percentage is.
Yes.
Is that
it's probably
less
about
than
14%, maybe?
Yeah.
13%, roughly.
Maybe it's not a big number.
Yeah.
If you go 0-2, you're done.
If you go 0-2,
You're
you got
dead.
an 87 or
88%
chance of not making the playoffs.
You're
now,
gone.
the Giants in 2007 won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Right. That's the outlier.
After an 0-2 start.
That's the one we always point to.
You're out of there.
That's the one we always point to.
There are teams that went on to become wild card teams, make the playoffs. But again, it's such a small percentage. So there is pressure here for the Redskins. Now, just a year ago, they started off 0-2. They turned the season around and had a chance to get in the playoffs had they performed better down the stretch. They fell apart down the stretch.
Poop down the stretch.
They had a stretch there where they were 5-0-1
Well, I
in
can
a
tell
6-game stretch.
think about it. You got the Titans, this huge game this week, just based on these percentages, of course.
Titans at the Jags.
Yeah, they go 0-2. They're probably done.
Right.
The Patriots will not go 0-2. Do you know how many times Tom Brady has started 0-2 in his career?
I'm going to guess 0.
0. All right, so they're not going to lose the Saints. But the Saints would be 0-2.
Right.
Obviously we've already talked about the Bengals. The Chargers, they lose to the Dolphins this week.
Mm-hmm.
They're 0-2.
Seahawks.
There's just a lot of big games this early in the season.
Yeah, the Seahawks
Skins.
are home to the Niners. It's impossible
Seahawks
for them to
not
go.
gonna
must win
Yeah,
under
well,
this scenario
they're
because
not
you don't
gonna
want to start
lose.
off 0-2 because the odds are stacked against you. Not impossible, but it's very difficult.
Giants obviously need to win. Yeah, there's a lot of big games week 2.
I know people hate to hear it, but it is what it is. A short season. Flies by. And again, you get out from underneath it like they did last year and give yourself a fighting chance, but those losses tend to eventually come back to haunt you.
They do.
Just like missed extra points. You might be able to win, but, oftentimes they come back to haunt you.
or missed chip shot field goals.
Yeah.
Like last year in London.
Yeah. So,
but you're right. If the Skins lose this week to the Rams, they're 0-2, and then do they have Kansas City or Oakland next week?
Oakland.
And they got Oakland.
Then they have to go to Kansas City.
Right.
in week 4 before the bye.
It's a tough opening stretch.
Yeah.
And it made more difficult by losing, to the Eagles, a team that they had beaten 5 straight times previously. So,
man, it's so funny how that opening week is, even though you got 16 games, that opening week is really big.
it kind of
Only
sets the
15
tone.
games last week because the Dolphins game was canceled.
Right. So it sets the tone because then it forces you to win that second game if you lose it.
Yep.
And if you lose that, then, you got a 13%
It's part of the reason
chance.
why the NFL is so freaking awesome.